Hey everybody, it's Monday and it's the beginning of the second week of Lent. And I did not do a video. I think Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I was ordained Saturday and my church continued the celebration on Sunday. So I might look really, really tired. I am, and my spirit is so full. My heart is overflowing. I'm a little bit brain dead and numb, mind blown. The body of Christ showed up this weekend on steroids, and I don't know that I have ever felt so much love in my entire life as I have this past weekend. And so that's why I have not done, a Lenten reflection video since last week. So this week, as I continue through David Cole's book, Celtic Lent, 40 Days of Devotion to Easter, he begins to shift away from looking at individual, what we know now as Celtic saints, and their journeys individually, and how we might look at white martyrdom through the lens of the choices that they made. This week, we're going to be looking more at green martyrdom and choices of spiritual disciplines, and how do we order our lives in a way that grow us faithfully, grow us spiritually, help us understand the tough stuff, as we go through life and we're looking at decisions that we have to make. And what does it mean to live as a Christian in a world where a choice that we might make as a Christian is really, really different from what everyone else in the world might decide to do. And so the framework for that is in the monasteries, the folks that began the monasteries, and as the monasteries grew, a lot of them put together what is called a rule. And all that was we're going to have prayer at 5 o'clock every morning. We're going to eat in silence. We're going to do our laundry on this day. We're going to work in the gardens that will feed us on this day, and here's who's doing what all through the day. And it was a schedule. It was also a framework in which spiritual disciplines and spirituality was put to the forefront. And so even though every Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock, you may be the one to have to take the trash out from the kitchen, it was presented in such a way that that act could be an act of devotion as part of being in the community and your service to God. So one of the things that I wanted to share is this is a place where I really do not do well. I love trying out new stuff. I don't stick with it very long. I don't allow it to form me. I think some of that is how I'm wired. Some of it is the resistance to discipline. It's hard to say. I've shared earlier that the discipline that I have in my martial arts practice is an anomaly, that I don't have that in a lot of other areas of my life. And I am just coming away from, in some ways, a rule of life, of the rhythms of seminary, the rhythms of all of the work that I did toward ordination. But those were not necessarily rules that I had chosen for myself. They were ways of living that were necessary for me to get from point A to point B. And a lot of times those rules were put in place by professors or other teachers or my commission on ministry or what you might call ordination council. And so now I'm at this point in time in my life where I need to look at my own disciplines and choose my own rule of life, knowing that it may change over time. As I get older, I may not be able to go hike in the mountains like I love. I may need to spend more time on meal prep. I may need to spend more time doing something else or considering something else. And in some ways, that's kind of scary because I want the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Most of us do. And at the same time, if I want to really, really, really grow, I know that I need that scaffold, that garden trellis for the tendrils of a plant to latch onto so that I can continue to grow the way that God hopes that I will grow. So that's what we're going to be talking about this next week. I know I'm hitting about 5 minutes now, so I will let you think about what are the rules spiritually that are already in your life that you might be wanting to consider. Maybe you don't know anything about this, and let's just journey on and find out what we've got. So thank you guys so much for all of the prayers and the love, and we will continue this journey. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.